What up, my G's, and welcome to day 10. Yes, we're officially at day 10 of the 30 Day 30 balondor nominees challenge. And in today's video, I'm gonna be discussing the season long performance of the German passing maestro Tony Kroos. And does he deserve to win the Ballon d'Or or not? That's the real question, and that's why you're here. What am I asking to myself? I don't know, but still. So if you don't know Tony Kroos, which you obviously know because that's the reason you're here and that's the reason you're just watching this video. So thanks for watching. First, I would like to say, so Tony Kroos is a German midfielder, former German midfielder, because he has retired after the Euros 2024. And more on that later. First, we will start with the first segment of our video, which is the stats. And when I tell you this normal stats that we just read of some players, goals and assists. So Tony Kroos had one goal, and I'm not even kidding, just one goal. And I remember that was against, I guess, Atletico Madrid in La Liga, the first game they played against each other, and 10 assists. So 10 assists is a good start, but one goal? You might be saying that, Papaya, why is he winning the Ballon d'Or nominees list when he has only one goal? Let me tell you, friends. So here is a long list of stats that I'm gonna be reading to you so that you don't have to search on the net to just get to know how good of a midfielder he was. First, we will come to his Champions League stats. So he covered a total of 108.9 kilometers, which is more than you would ever cover in your entire life. Then he completed 95.4% of his passes. Oh my god, this much accuracy. That's why he's called the German sniper, because snipers have the accuracy. You know, because you know very well about snipers. I know everything about you. Still, okay. He gave 897 passes, which was most for Real Madrid in the Champions League last season, and he completed 855 of them. Mind blowing. Oh my god. He took 45 corners, because I think he was the main corner taker of Real Madrid when he played instead of Luka Modric. But when Luka Modric played, Luka Modric took the corners, but he was the main corner taker of Real Madrid. He did 53 balls covered and gave 16 tackles. So he did some defensive work, some passing work, and a little bit of attacking work as well in the Champions League. Now let's come to his more recent and last tournament, unfortunately, his Euros. He played 5 matches and he kept that consistency from the Champions League going, as he also gave a whopping 95% of passes accurately. He covered 57.21 kilometers. Okay, so listen. In the Champions League, he played, I guess, 13 matches, and he covered 108 kilometers. In the Euros, he played 5 matches and he covered 57.21 kilometers. So this means that he ran a lot more in the Euros than the Champions League, considering the number of matches he played. Then in the Euros, he had an exceptional amount of 521 passes, and he gave 495 of them correctly. That is just mind-blowing. I cannot imagine giving this much accurate passes. If when I am playing football, I give a pass to a person and the person is here and the pass is here. This is the accuracy that I have as a normal person. So what you can imagine the accuracy of the German sniper, of course. And he got 25 balls covered. So in the Euros and the Champions League, unfortunately, I couldn't find his detailed La Liga stats. But still, in the Euros and the Champions League, his stats tell that he had been the pivot of the Real Madrid and the Germany squad, because he contributed defensively and as a midfielder, both in their campaigns. Now let's talk about his impact, and I've just talked about it, that he was the pivot of both his national team and his club, because he was the one creating the chances. Like, even if he didn't have that much assists. So he was the one creating those assists and then giving it to the person who gives the assist to the goal scorer. Then we'll come to his trophies. He won a total of 3 trophies, which included La Liga, the Supercopa de España, and the Champions. Why am I being over dramatic? But still, okay. Now let's come to his key moments, and a key moment that I will have written in my brain forever, ever long will be his amazing pass against Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena for to set up Vinicius Jr. to score that fantastic goal. But the goal was fantastic, but the pass was even more. If a person who doesn't analyze football that deeply would just watch that pass, he would say that it's a normal pass. He just gave a pass between two players. What's so special about it? But in the eyes of an analyst, it is a beautiful one. He first brought Kim Min-jae forward so that Vinicius could have that space, and then Vinicius also came forward so that Kim Min-jae would move away. Then Toni Kroos passed between the two defenders, Kim Min-jae, and I don't remember who the other one was. I guess it was Goretzka. Maybe I might be wrong. And then the ball just flew between the two, and Vinicius Jr. toppled on it beautifully. So that was one, and I remember another one. I don't remember who it was against, but it was a La Liga match when he set up for Brahim Diaz, and it was also very hyped pass. People were going crazy on the internet, and then Toni Kroos came out and said it was just a normal pass. Obviously, it is normal for such a person, but not for people like us. Then we'll come to his setbacks, because with every key moment comes a setback. Alright, so in the setbacks, there weren't many because he plays for Real Madrid, of course. But the one setback he faced, which I presume that would have won him the Ballon d'Or if he had won, was not winning the Euros. If he had won the Euros, he stood a chance. But now, but we will come to that later in the prediction section. So he did exceptionally in the Euros, but his team could not perform in the quarterfinal. I guess it was against Spain, when Germany got knocked out of the tournament by Spain, with the eventual winners. And I can only think that what could have happened if Germany had won that match. I think. Let me think. Alright, so what would have happened? Anyways, but Toni Kroos, I guess I remember that he fouled Pedri, and then Pedri got injured and got off the match, and Barcelona fans were going crazy that he did that on purpose, but I don't know, because only Toni Kroos and God knows what he did. Now, second, lastly, we will come to his previous nominations in the Ballon d'Or award, of course. So he came on the 17th position in 2017 and 16, and he came in 21st place in 2015 and in 9th, which was his best ever, in 2014. So he got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm very bad at math. 4 nominations before this nomination. And finally, let's come to my prediction. Now, where do I predict Toni Kroos to finish in these Ballon d'Or rankings? So if anybody asked me that, what would you predict that where Toni Kroos will finish in the Ballon d'Or rankings before the Euros 2024, I would have obviously saying, or anyone instead of me would have saying that easily in the top 10, even win the Ballon d'Or. But now, after the Euros, things have changed. Rodri has come out as a nominee from, I don't know, nowhere, because he just won the Euros, but he performed well as well, because you will know in the video when I will talk about Rodri. But still, my prediction would be that Toni Kroos would finish around in the top 15, and that will be very high if I asked anyone else, because I'm ranking him very highly, because I knew and I watched him play. So any one of those who would say that he didn't score many goals and he doesn't give many assists, so please keep your mouth quiet and just look at his deep stats, and then you'll know, or just watch his highlights of his passes, and then you'll know how does he come into the top 30 of the Ballon d'Or rankings. Anyways, that was my prediction, and I'll meet you guys in the next video where we'll be discussing the season-long stats and chances of another Ballon d'Or winner. Does he deserve to win it or not? Adios!